A few years ago, I had a client tell me something that stuck with me. She said, I can tell when something feels off. I just don't know what to do about it. And the more I sat with that, I realized that's the place where most of us are getting stuck. We can sense when something feels off, a sudden shift in the mood, a sudden feeling of anxiousness, a tightening in the throat. And we just carry on for that day, for that week, for that month. And in some cases, we carry on feeling that way for years. If you haven't seen my last video, I talk about the somatic circuitry consisting of your heart, vagus nerve, gut that creates this sensing possible. And that video creates a foundation for what we're going to cover today. So if you haven't seen that video yet, start there and you can find the link below. Today we're going to talk about what to do once that sensing comes in. To master your somatic circuitry, you have to train your observer self to trust, listen, and feel your nervous system as part of your intuitive guidance. Your nervous system isn't just a passive receiver. I want you to think of it as a tuning fork, and your heart is the hand that strikes it. When your heart picks up something worth noticing and you don't receive it, digest it, and bring yourself back into coherency, your body doesn't just file that information away. It continues to relive that experience. And it's exactly that reliving that tells your brain that you are still having that experience. Not had that experience, but are having that experience. This is exactly the mechanism behind why so many people are walking around with nervous systems stuck in the past. Today we're going to talk about a practice that has two parts, receiving and releasing. Receiving starts with noticing when something in the outer world or inner world, such as your thoughts and emotions, comes in and knocks you out of alignment. You'll feel it before you can name it. A sudden drop in the mood, an anxious feeling, a contraction in the heart, a mood that drops below you. When this noticing happens and the sensation comes in, I want you to pause for a moment and stop yourself from chasing the story just quite yet. Allow your attention to drop down to the base of your body at the level of your perineum. Stay here. Rest your attention here and allow your breath to find its own way down to the lower belly. This feeling of descending, grounding, coming into the present moment allows you to feel your sensations, feel the information that's coming in and not flinch away from it. And that feeling place is the doorway to an expanded perception that creates clarity and understanding for what is happening, why you're experiencing things this way, and how you can learn from the situation and train yourself to be a more expanded, greater version of yourself as you digest this information. So once you find that stillness and that information and sensational place comes in, you're able to feel that information, that feeling place, then I want you to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Where is this feeling coming from? What is my higher self, my spirit, trying to flag to me? Why are my sacred boundaries compromised? What am I trying to teach myself from this situation? And this is an analysis paralysis. You're not solving a puzzle. Once you put the questions in, you're just going to pause and allow yourself to feel, stay present, be embodied, and let the information just come to you. Stay here as long as you need to and stay in that stillness. If for any reason you're feeling blocked and as you give yourself that time and presence, nothing's still coming through, there could be two reasons that are common. Either there's fear or shame blocking you from fully receiving what your higher self, your spirit is trying to bring to you. And the way to move through this is allow yourself to feel more love in the moment, more love about the situation, more love for yourself, bringing more love to any places where you are feeling shame or fear about being in the circumstances to begin with, about being compromised or knocked out of alignment, about not being perfect all the time. Any of those underlying shame and fear that comes from that, I want you to bring more love to it, more light to it, more acceptance, unconditional presence with it. And as you do that, that should move you through the contraction that's causing misalignment from your intuition and for your capacity from fully receiving the information. Now, once you have fully received the information and that now you are understanding why you felt the way you felt, what was there for you to learn from it, what was your spirit pointing you to, right? What was the lesson, what was the gift? Then I want you to move into part 2, which is about releasing and transforming. At this point, you're going to bring your awareness, your attention at the level of your heart energy center. Once you bring your attention here, you're going to visualize and feel the sensation of spaciousness, visualizing light and feeling the sensation of spaciousness that will expand with each breath throughout your nervous system, throughout your body. And as you're able to feel the visceral sensation of your light, of the spaciousness, I want you to ask your angels and your guides and your higher self to please clear, transform, transmute anything and everything that is not serving your highest good, to send it back to the place where it belongs in all times and in all spaces. And as you allow this information to be carried away, you will feel the sensation of spaciousness and light to come through your nervous system, to come through the rest of your body, creating a sensation of lightness and alignment back into yourself, feeling like home, feeling lighter and connected to yourself. And any sensations of the past experience have completely dissolved. This is the process of letting go of an old story. And as you let go of an old story, in a way, you are dissolving a part of the ego. A part of the ego that wants to hold on to material experiences and injustices that might have been done. And in that process of dissolving part of your ego, not vilifying it, just naturally dissolving it, you create more spaciousness and more room for love and light that's part of your higher self, expanded self, to be more embodied and present within your life. And in that process, you are birthing a newer, a truer version of you that is deeply connected to your intuition, and a refined intuition that is always guiding you throughout your life and supporting you to maintain your sacred boundaries. And when those sacred boundaries are compromised, when information does come in that's necessary to process, you approach it as, oh, this is my classroom. This is what I'm here to learn. And in that process of learning, this is what brings me deeper into my higher self, deeper into my knowing, deeper into a state of empowerment and groundedness and a more authentic version of myself. I hope you have fun with this process and this exercise. And if you are consistent with it, life will bring you plenty of opportunities to work with this process. In that consistency, you will develop a deep relationship with your higher self, with your angels, with your guides. deeper connection to the visceral experience of what it feels like to embody your soul's resonance, what it feels like to feel connected to the universe and to the resonance of nature that's one with the universe, with your expanded self, and to dissolve aspects of you that are the ego, that are keeping you in separation. And this is always a dance of going back and forth. If we fully dissolve, then there won't be any human left. And we hold on to a personality to a certain extent because we're here to have this human experience. But simultaneously, we don't want to get so stuck in that human experience that we're not able to dance and play and be in our highest frequency with the universe and seeing our full potential of what it is that we are here to experience beyond the matrix, beyond the personality, beyond the training that came from the humans before us. Please feel free to leave any comments below with any questions that you might have as you go into this process. I am looking forward to hearing your comments, reading your comments, and answering any questions that you have. If for any reason you desire a more tailored one-on-one coaching, I do offer that. You can use the link below to make an appointment for a free discovery call, and we can just chat together and find out if we're a right fit and if there's ways I can support your process in developing your intuition. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe and hit the notify button if you are interested in developing your intuition and more information that I can bring you that will support your process.